Hello, whoever liked it. Hey, Laramie. What's up? Hey, Miss Mango. Hello, Gretel. How are you? I'm watching my fire die. That's why it's smoke and ashes tonight. Hey, Michelle. How are you? Hey, Denise. Yeah, I was like sitting here with no one in here for a while. Hey, fishing girl. How are you? Hey, Mike. Where have you been? Thank you. Live and let die. How's everybody going tonight? Cat. Sister Wives. Oh my God. I freaking love that really crazy stuff. Except for, I don't know. Are you watching the one with the weird guy that's like got the long hair? I don't like him. Absolutely. Hello and good night, Gretel. I'm sorry it's so late. Couldn't get around it. Thank you, around Indiana. Yes. So, yeah, that Sister Wife show is cray cray. I actually don't like the ones that do it for religion. There's another show where they're just like picking out a third wife, and I think that's so cool because, you know, more people to do the chores, whatnot. That's the one nobody likes him. I don't like it. Did he get divorced from the first wife? Or am I remembering that? No, maybe the second one? The sassy one? Too sassy. Couldn't handle it. Too bold. I've been told I've been too bold before. That's okay. Carry on, right? I'm too bold. It is what it is. Getting the chilada out, guys. And literally, this fire is dead. I have no kindling, and I didn't gather any because I'm lazy. But I thought just putting some like tiki torch stuff on there would do it, but it just kind of like burned out really fast, and now it's dead. I should have taken the time to do the Girl Scout method, right? Hey, Chris, where are you? How are you doing? What am I looking forward to watching next? Hocus Pocus 2. Hey, John, how are you? Hi, Minnesota. Thank you. How are you? Dang this fire. Dang it. I wish you could you guys just look. It's so dead. It's just a pile of wood now with like barely any smoke coming up. Got divorced from the first one, legally adopt the kids. Oh, okay. Weird. New Dahmer shows on Netflix. I listened to this Dahmer podcast. I think it was Last House on the Left or something like that. And it was crazy. Fan it. Nah, you know what? Screw it. I'll just freeze. Good to know. Yeah, no. I mean, it is kind of cold out here. It's like 53 degrees, but that's what gelada's for, right? Way too misogynistic for your taste. Yeah, that one show, but I don't know. It's just like a train wreck. You just can't even stop looking at it. You know what show I have been watching, which I can't remember the name of. It's either like The Therapist or The Patient. Thank you, Roman. How are you doing? It's so southern. Um, I don't know if it's a therapist or the patient or something else, but anyway, it has Steve Carell in it, and he's a therapist, and the serial killer kidnaps him to like force him to do therapy, so he'll stop killing. Um, Anyways, but the problem is the episodes are like 28 minutes long, and that does not satisfy me. I need big long, and plus they only release it once a week, so they have me waiting around. Also, like Southern Charm, that's kind of a dirty pleasure because it is about very, very rich people in Charleston that have no jobs and no life. Well, actually, they do have a life, a very nice life. But anyway, they're all up in each other's business and drama all the time. It's kind of like one of those like housewives shows or something. I don't ever think of watching reality TV, but God forbid if I accidentally fall into it, then I'm just stuck. Even watching Wife Swap. That show's funny. I haven't seen that in years. Is that like still on, or what? You just watching the old ones? Even watching Scam Baiters. You like Southern Charm, Chris? Me too. And Paul. That's funny, Cat. You love Southern Charm? All right, Michelle. Old episodes on Hulu, yeah. Why is my channel named The Kennedy Rain? I don't know. Because a long, long time ago, I made an email, Kennedy Rain, which I still use to this day. And so when I was naming my channel, I wasn't planning on ever having content. I just wanted to be able to log in and not, be able to save videos and stuff that I was seeing. And so that's the name I used. And so here it is. I kind of really always liked the name, and that's kind of what I wanted to name my daughter, but ended up going with Annabelle Rain instead. I've toyed around with changing the name of the channel to Mother of Pearl because my daughter, I always call her Pearl. But I'm a cheerleader. It's free right now on YouTube. Why ever would it be free? No, I'm just kidding. I have not seen that, but I feel like I maybe saw a preview or something. Is that the one where fat Amy, has a car wreck when she's a teenager and then she's in a coma for years or something? I don't know. We've seen the one with the redneck woman and the rich woman who swap. The rich woman manifests things, and the poor woman has 2 sons and her husband is unemployed. Oh my God. That's fun. What kind of Bud Light? It's Chilada. And I don't normally drink Bud Light, but I like Chiladas because it has, Clamato in it. And Clamato is delicious. I've already lost the lighter that I had. What did I even do with that? I started my fire and then promptly it went out. So now I have... Good Lord, why can I not find a man to start a fire for me? I know I can do it on my own, but it's hard. Starting to think the kerosene method's not that bad of an idea, actually. Although I do have this tiki torch stuff, I could start it again if I could find the lighter, which I cannot. I don't know what I did with it. It might be in the chair that I'm sitting in. TikTok is inviting me to lives right now. You'll start my fire? All right. Good. Have a feeling if you live in Minnesota, that might be a problem. I don't know. Unless you can psychically start it, then I'm all for it. But don't burn the house down, just the fire over here. That's all I need. I'm afraid my psychic energy would be too hard, huh? You can start a fire on accident. Well, I swear I'm not that inept, but I am lazy. There is that. Hey, Dave. How are you doing? You got your chilada tonight, Dave? Or are you just sitting at home? Wife swap from 2010. Clayton, classic episode. Oh my gosh, Kat, you have too good of a memory. You know what? I can't remember what I watched yesterday. Kind of lazy, Minnesota. I could have gathered some sticks. I could have done some things to prepare for this, but I did not. Relaxing at home. Yeah. Yeah, who in the crowd has to work tomorrow? Because I am one. I have to work. I'm not excited about this weekend at all. I'm sure that was a pretty face I just made. Sometimes I don't think about, how I make dumb faces, but now I'm in front of a camera, so I shouldn't make dumb faces. But I can't even stop myself. You work Sunday. What kind of life is this? Got something wrong with my lip. Yeah, so I am in the secret garden, and look at this. This plant right here, this is not on purpose. This is a weed, y'all. This is a weed. Look how high it is. Look. Huh? And look at that. Weeds over there, taller than a human being, taller than a 6-foot man. I don't care anymore. I am not into this weeding stuff. I hate to weed. And anyway, now it'll just all die, so that'll be perfect. There are some weeds over here that have turned yellow. I don't know. At least in the light. And on top of the mountain, like the Blue Ridge, the leaves have, like last week, were like just before peak. So I'm assuming that probably right now they are peaking. So Monday I've got some time. I'm gonna go up there, check it out. I would have today, but I was so like, again, lazy, sleepy, doing my thing. I didn't do anything important. But sometimes when you're working like intense shifts and stuff, you just have to take that time and not do anything else except take a nap. Good places for jumping spiders. Very helpful. You love jumping spiders? Oh, cat. Our friendship has to end now. I can't with spiders. I hate a spider. And I'm sure they're beneficial to the world in some way, but the only benefit to me is heart attacks. I'm a social worker in Minnesota. But I do like evening work and weekend work. So not your usual Monday through Friday kind of thing. You just got called a twerp by a customer who uses that word. I don't even know. I love it. I'm going to bring it back. I'm bringing twerp back. I'm bringing twerp back. Yeah, I like it. Let's do it. Everybody this week use twerp at least one time. Preferably not on your customer base. Hey Cashew, how are you doing? How was the Mothman Festival that I sadly missed last week? What did you say? What a cad? What's a cad? I've never heard of that. What a cad. What does that mean? I'm good, Paul. Hey, cousin, how are you? It's always so sweet. Cat is trying to knock my tablet out of my hand. This is like the struggle I live with every day. First, they try to It's old school for a jerk. Okay. They try to knock over my coffee in the morning when they're not trying to drink out of it, and then like hate it. And then they jump on my laptop while I'm working, and then if I'm using the phone, they get between me and the phone. Guys, they've been urinating on everything lately. I can't keep the friggin' pee. I don't know what is going on. It's disgusting. You didn't go. You didn't feel like fighting the traffic? Come on, Paul. Isn't it like, is this not the first year since the pandemic that they've had it, or did they have it last year? I really love West Virginia, y'all. Partly because I fantasize about Tyler Childers when I think of West Virginia. Not like fantasize like I want him, but like I just love the music. I hear it in my head when I think about West Virginia. That's what I mean. He's like probably 12, so I don't need him. No, I mean he's an adult. I just don't think he's anywhere near my age. Oh, that's so sad, Cashew. And also expensive. It just gets ridiculous, doesn't it? All right, my ear is cold and this fire is out. I need a co-host that works fires. I always want to have co-hosts, but nobody ever wants to. I'm back. Yeah, not much to talk about today, guys. Let's see, what did I do this week? Nothing. Um, but what something that I do enjoy that I'm working on is I am trying to learn to play guitar. I have a friend who is teaching me, and I am trying to like watch stuff on YouTube during the day to try to figure out chords and stuff. And hopefully the next time I see that friend, it'll be I look 21. I love you. That's sweet of you. Um, but anyway, so I've been trying to do that. Anita, and that plant is a weed. And not the good kind. I'm talking about just an old fashioned, look, it's like 10 foot tall. It's like Jack and the Beanstalk weed. Yeah. I mean, sorry. It grew in a flower pot, so just let it go. Growing nice and tall for sure. Yes. I hear a plane, guys. Can you guys hear it? Um, I'm actually using my daughter's Takamine, so it's just a, you know, acoustic. There are. Do you play, Dave? I didn't know if you play or not. I bet you do. I know, Kat. At least it had the decency to do that and not like grow up through the cracks of the pavement or whatever. Your dwarf banana is 4 feet. Wow. What do you do with that? Where you are, it must get super cold. You have to take it inside, I guess. Does it actually grow bananas, or is that just what? The little bugs chirping, yeah. They get so much quieter and like um, solitude in the fall. I do look very youthful. You're sweet. You are sweet. I should start a band. I should start a band. I would call it the Elaborate Booty Chaos. That's the name of the band. And I would be the off-key lead singer that just pretends to play guitar. You're supposed to get little bananas eventually. Like, do you have to have a grow light in the winter and stuff? I got grow lights for my tomatoes, like to start tomatoes and stuff. It was pretty neat. Am I excited for Halloween? Yes, very excited for Halloween. I need to get my decorations out. I have a friend coming over Monday to help me carry all the stuff up out of the basement and do a bunch of work around the house with me. So, it's going to be good because I can finally put out my deco, and, it has the added bonus of that, cat pee smell going on in there. Am I the only one that has this problem with my cats? I mean, after I got the robo litter, it got a lot better, but why am I telling y'all about the cat pee? I don't know. I'm sorry. I apologize for my stupidness. Nobody wants to hear that. Do you guys see my beautiful screen door gate back there? I wish you could see it at daytime. It's so beautiful. You're gonna go to the haunted jail. Oh, Joliet prison. Oh, Joliet. That's near Valpo. Yeah, I've never been to that. Cool, I'm learning to play. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I play the cowbell really good though. Like I'm gonna be the Laramie can play the cowbell with me. Who wants to be the tambourine? What are we even gonna play? I mean, if you have a band named Elaborate Bitty Chaos, you have to have a tambourine, right? Scout. I'll try it. I use Nature's Miracle and vinegar and prayers to every deity I can think of, but nothing works. You play a mean triangle. All right. We'll be like Josie and the Pussycat. Absolutely, Laramie. I'm for this. Tambourine is live. Anna knows some guitar, but she doesn't play with it. She had guitar lessons, and I think she learned like a couple Nirvana songs, and then she just like never played again anymore. She doesn't practice, so it's really hard to say what she is capable of. She has such a memory that I wouldn't doubt that she can probably still do everything that she was taught. But I have like a memory that is just like a goldfish, and so 2 seconds after I learn a chord, I'm like, well, what was that chord? And when people say things like it's tuned in D, I'm like, what does that mean? Hey, Stitch. I don't know what things mean. And I told the guy that's teaching me to play guitar because he starts like talking, stuff, and I go, no, you're gonna need to start with this is a guitar. And he did. And then he tried to like teach me all the parts of the guitar, and every time I see him, he makes me say the parts of the guitar, which I kind of already knew because my grandfather played guitar for years, but it's just something that like doesn't easily come to my head. My head is much like a Greyhound train station, and there's always buses leaving, coming and going, just like that Death Cab song. Yeah, I know. That's another thing. I don't have calluses, and I love nails. That's it. I like to have my nails always done, and I like also gardening, and I want to learn to play guitar. So like something's got to give. But I don't like going around with like short, torn up nails. I don't like it. This makes me feel pretty. You gotta have nails for me. Not everybody has to have nails to feel pretty, but I feel prettier with nails. Does this make sense to you guys? Yeah. You know what really irks me on YouTube is that you can't have music in the background. It's so annoying. You've got nails. Have I learned bar chords yet? Okay, no. Or I don't know what they're called. I don't know. I've learned D and E and A. I've learned, you know, that's it. You learned guitar in the late 80s. Oh, thank you, Minnesota. Actually, when I leave here, I become a total Karen and destroy everybody. No, I don't. I'm not a Karen. But if I'm hangry, I could be a Karen. Or slangry. I like to say slangry because sleepy angry. Anybody else ever get sleepy angry instead of hungry angry? I think I'm more of a terror when I'm sleepy than I am when I am starving. They only take a few weeks to form. Well, not at the rate I'm going, Dave. Not at the rate I'm going. Not at all. And by that I mean the pace of a snail. I can't help it. You've been playing guitar for 48. How the freaking old are you, Paul? You didn't seem like you could be over 48. Good night, Anita. Thank you for coming. Sorry it's kind of boring tonight. Also, I've picked this spot because I had to plug my phone in. It was dying, and I have to have an extension cord to plug the phone in, so I have to sit over here. Hi, Chris. Bye, Chris. You learned when you were young. Well, what did you learn? I mean, when did you learn? How old were you? Don't even say that out loud, Laramie. They'll be here. Don't worry. You had sheet music. Yeah, I don't know. My grandfather played by ear for like all those years, and he was in a bluegrass band and everything. So he didn't have all the technical knowledge, but he did really well. Went down by no. Your favorite private investigator? Kat, elaborate. How do you have a favorite? Where do you? How do you know? How do you know? I'm contemplating whether I should try the fire again. Should I? Should I try the fire again? Tab is helpful for learning chords. See, even that sounds like a foreign language, Paul. The extent of my music was band in 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th grades. And I played drums, so... And also had no clue what I was doing. I was really in that class just to kind of mess around and do nothing. Hey, Joanna. Philip Klein's your favorite private guest here. I'm really into true crime. Oh, I love true crime, but like, where did you learn about him? I mean, when I say true crime, it's the ID channel. That's what I do. Yeah, learning songs by ear. That's what my grandfather did. He used to play In the Pines all the time, but not, of course, not the Nirvana version that we all know now, but like you know, the old. And last night, I was visiting some friends and we were listening to the Avett Brothers in the Garden, which is absolutely a beautiful hymn. It was sang at my grandmother's funeral. And even though I'm not, like a church person, it is nostalgic because I did attend like an old country church when I was a kid. And she loved it. And I love the Avett Brothers. They just harmonize so well. And now they've cut their hair, and it's really depressing. And I got to see them in concert last November, and I had to sit in the nosebleed seats. And the person I was with didn't seem to really enjoy it. I looked over and saw them falling asleep a couple times. So I was like, oh, I don't think you like this. But I wouldn't have either if I just came and sat in the back. Done several cases. Thomas Brown, Michael Chambers, and so many more. Jeff Beck was your guitar hero. Yes, I love Beck. Leadbelly did a nice version of the Pines. I don't know that one. Guys, I'm gonna face you away for just a minute while I try to fight this fire. Enjoy my setup. That is if I can find the lighter. Okay, I found it. Okay, got a fire now. For at least 5 minutes of my life, anyway. It probably isn't going to last because I did use an accelerant. Those bricks make perfect homes. Oh no. Cat, do you hate me? You want me to just... Yeah, I know. For like 30 seconds anyway, it's great. I'm like, look what I can do! With like a gallon of gasoline and a match. I really thought that it would burn longer because, you know, that it's like tiki torch fuel. And, you know, it burns slow. So I thought it would burn longer. Long enough to catch at least one of the pieces of wood actually on fire. But at least it's warm. Hey, Turbo, you are late to the party. It's not really a party because I have to work tomorrow, so it's only like 2 chiladas and a fire. Anybody else? Stink bugs. Yeah, I had one of those in the house the other day. Thank you, Minnesota. You're sweet. I love the pop of the fire, though, don't y'all? It is so warm. Thank God I was getting cold. Well, okay, Paul. See you later. Wish you could stay longer. I know. I've a friend of mine uses kerosene, and it scares me a little bit. But I guess kerosene's a little slower burning, so that's all right. But he'll like sit the kerosene jar next to the fire, and it always freaks me up. Freaks me out. Not up. But this is the first time I've had this fire back here. The bowl usually stays out in the yard, but I've never really thought about doing it back here because I was worried something would catch on fire, but I think it's in a pretty good spot. It's like open and there's like, what do you call this? Like, I don't know, some kind of rock. It's like a flat rock patio. Maybe it's gonna do this time. I don't know. It does look like it's on fire, so chop some kindling. Okay, Dave. We went over this. I told you I'm lazy. Can I buy some kindling somewhere? Will someone bring me a load of kindling? Will someone come and start the fire for me? I don't want to do this. I want to enjoy the fire, but I don't want to do the fire. I'm going camping in a couple weeks. Camping. So I'm kind of excited about it. I'm also kind of nervous because of the company that I'm going with. They're not exactly camping people, so where at Turbo, northern Georgia. Same place I went this summer. Oh, I need some small dryer branch. I know, Denise, but that would require me walking around my yard and picking them up, wouldn't it? No, I do need some kindling. Just camping cat. I mean, it's kind of glamping in a way because I do have an air bed, but it's also like not a campground. Well, it technically is a campground, but it's not. It's like the sites are like really far apart and private. Really nice. But they do have like one of those gross toilet cans that you can go use that you have to walk far, far to. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm sorry. Yes, I smoke. I'm sorry, guys. Lately, I've just been letting it all hang out. Sorry. Hole in the ground. Yeah, basically, but it's like a bucket that you sit. It's like Forest Service or something. It's very remote though, and I like that. No cell service, so you have to like who you go with. And last time I had a really really nice time camping, but different people this time. So, and I mean, I love the people I'm going with. They just don't. They're not like camping people. You shall. Yes, Laramie, me too. Forest Service outhouse, yeah. You can't watch TikTok or have AC. Yeah, it's not the KOA. But I mean, I'm not opposed to the KOA. I would, if I were going on a vacation somewhere and the KOA were an option, I would totally choose it. Because it's like the perfect balance of you have some outside, like a fire, and you have a grill, and but you have a bed, and you can also have, even some of those places have like bathrooms in them. Am I in a relationship? No. Nope. Not currently. I am separated, about to be divorced, and my boyfriend that I broke up about a month and a half ago, the one that I've been seeing for a while. But I do kind of still see him. I don't know. It's a weird situation. Complicated. How about that? I was gonna go out, live a camper life. I mean, listen, camper life would be fun for a while. I think it'd be fun for a while. But eventually, you're gonna get tired of just being in that tiny space. I think because I had thought a lot about maybe just doing a tiny house because I have to move um, once the divorce is final and everything, and I I thought about it because it would just be such a cheaper way to go. But first of all, the cats. Like, how am I going to live in a house that small with a bunch of cats? Thanks, Minnesota. And second of all, like, eventually I'm going to get tired of, like, not being able to have anything because, I don't know. I like having space that you can put stuff down and it doesn't look like, you know, you've partied all night just because you put one candle on a table or something. And I feel like when you have a small space, like if you leave anything out, it's telling me I have 20% battery. What the heck? Oh, it's off. Okay. Well, that's okay. We've got a few more minutes. And now that the fire's kind of going on its own, it's caught underneath there, so that's good. Yeah. Stars are beautiful tonight, too. I guess it must be close to a new moon. Did anybody know that yesterday was the day of balance because the day was the same as the night, like in length? And so if you found yourself feeling more balanced, that's supposed to be why. It's nice to get back home, yeah. Yeah, I really would like to have a camper or something, but that's way far off in my future, if ever. Hopefully, I'll live long enough and healthy enough to be able to do stuff when I'm older. Um, well, it's really cold right now, Turbo. It's like 53. That's what it said in my car when I went and bought this bundle of wood because I didn't chop my own wood or anything. No, I don't chop wood. I don't chop wood. Yeah, but all my favorite things about camping, I just like being outside the whole time and by the fire and camping food and camping beer. What else is there in life? It's perfect. I don't think I could ever be one of those winter campers, though, no. Where they've got those sleeping bags that are rated for like below zero. Laramie, camping is gross. I'm bringing you camping, Laramie. That's our next project. I'm gonna get you up here and make you go camping with me. Camping beer tastes better than regular beer, Dave. It's a thing. Yeah, s'mores. I didn't even take the stuff for s'mores last time, but I do like them. Hi, Nadia. How are you? Camper to travel. I saw what you posted on Facebook about Gabrielle Fernandez. I watched that and that was so sad. Joanna's never been camping? How sad. I mean, they make it pretty easy for people these days. Like the tent that I have, literally you just shake it out and it's up. It's really sweet. I've never had to deal with a rain in it yet. So it did rain though. I'm not sure if we even had the tent up when it was raining. This is funny. The last time I went camping, we like made this elaborate dinner and we were ready to eat. And the minute we got it like on a plate, it started raining. Excuse me, and it was pouring. It was pouring. And the hamburger buns were like super gross because they were like if you dip a hamburger bun in water, it's not good. Laramie, I think you should think of the Asheville area. That's what I think. Forget Texas. You need to be somewhere that's awesome, like Asheville. Has anybody else been to Asheville in here? You were 5. Went with his dad and his friends and buddies to Asheville. That's funny. I was just asking. This fire is pitiful. I really do need kindling. It was not fun for you because they were all doing acid. It's never fun when your 5-year-old's there for that. A raccoon got into your tent and the oil broke loose. I love it. You're supposed to zip it. You're supposed to zip it shut. Although that's a pain in the butt when you have to get up after 40 camping beers, you have to have 40 camping peas. And it's, it's crazy. You did, Caddy? Okay. That's awesome. Hendersonville's pretty too. You were convinced it was Bigfoot? Have you ever heard of possums just like going through the woods in the middle of winter? Sounds like a full grown man walking through the woods. I used to get my ex husband up at night and be like, "What is that?" I lived in a very woodsy area, back then, and he would go and he would be like, "It's a possum, shut up." Or he would make me go because he didn't like getting up. He just thinks I'm paranoid and crazy. I feel like I'm in tune. Booze and Brews bus. Ooh, that sounds fun. Yeah, I'm not worried about Sasquatch. I'm worried about bears, y'all. That's a clear and present danger for sure. But last time, no bears. But I'll tell you, the chances do increase as it gets into fall time because they come out of the woods looking for food. Even though you're in the woods, but I mean more toward, well, anywhere you've got camping, where people camp all the time and they know it, you risk bears for sure. And I noticed last time they had the lovely little, like bear trash cans, but they were so overfilled rather, that like the lids were off and stuff was sticking out, and I was like, this is doing no good. Bears, bobcats, and coyotes are your biggest worry. Yeah. Well, you don't really have to worry about coyotes. They won't hurt you. They will hurt your animals. Coyotes are more afraid of people. I read somewhere that there's never been a coyote attack, but I don't know if that's true. When you read somewhere, like when you get your news on Facebook, I don't know. Could be true, but probably not. And, I do have to get my news on Facebook these days because I do not watch the news anymore. I don't do that. It used to cause me a lot of stress, and I just couldn't do it anymore. After the pandemic, particularly, when you're turning on the TV and like you're seeing mass graves being dug, it was horrifying for me. So I don't watch the news. And then a whole Trump administration thing. I can't do that. I can't watch it. Yeah, I'm not into that anymore, but I used to watch it all the time. Yeah. Agreed, Joanne. It felt like the burdens of the world were on my back, and I'm one human being. I don't need to carry that. I mean, it is good to be informed about the things that are going on, but he fought off a coyote with a shovel? Seriously? I didn't know they were mean like that. I know that my friend keeps having them eat her chickens and drag them off, and a couple of her cats have disappeared. I mean, not even a couple, like a lot of her cats disappeared. I didn't know they'd eat cats. I mean, gross. Who eats cats? Javelinas? What's that? Drama. Well, Laramie, get on there. I think you'd be good at it. I hear you, Kat. I care too, but also can't care too much because it just drives you crazy. Oh, it's a wild pig. Okay. Where in the world are you, Miss Magoo? Like what area of the states? You don't have to say an exact location, just say area. And now the smoke is blowing in my face. Perfect. I do love the way the fire smells, though. This wood smells really good. It smells so good. Scottsdale. Okay. Neat. Wait a minute. Like Scottsdale, does it have green or is it like desert? I've never been to Arizona, so forgive me if I don't know. Crackheads, yeah, agreed. I don't so much have to worry about the crackheads here, but at work, there's plenty of crackheads in the community that you have to worry about, like at night when you work nights. Which I think is part of the reason why I'm just not overly sensitive to being scared of people. Nadia, that documentary, whew, um, that is a social worker's nightmare. It is really sad. And I know me and all the coworkers that I have that watch that, which why do we watch that? Why do we come home from work where we see the most horrific things and then go watch a documentary that's the worst, you know? But it definitely makes you think about the decisions that you're making. Um, it's it's really sad how things like that can end up. But you know, decisions that you make, you can never see the future. No one can. Um, and a lot of times you can't get to the story, a real story. You had a homeless crackhead call you the F slur not too long ago. Understand what? You waved and smiled. I think you should have called him a twerp. Don't forget, everybody, this week we're going to use the word twerp. Think of me. Think of Laramie when that happens. I can't wait to call my friends twerps. My one friend that I text every morning, I'm going to be like, what are you doing, twerp? Sometimes I call him scun. My daughter started using the word scun. It's like skunk without the K. And I really don't even know what it means. But I did look it up, and it's like an old fashioned way of saying somebody that's kind of like a pariah, I guess you could say. You felt like an idiot. I kind of like that you did that, though. That confused him. Should you call your boss a twerp? Absolutely. But do it behind his back. Don't call him that to his face or her, because you'll get fired. Yeah. That's weird. Noise is coming from over there on the other side of the fence. Creepy. You guys, my neighbor's cat came through the cat door. And it was really funny because this cat's like this black and white cat, and he has like a white thing on his nose. And so I have a black and white cat too, um, but it's more long hair. It's a great reaction if you heard him or not. Yeah, I agree, Funketeer. That's pretty funny. Um, but anyways, so the neighbor's cat like wears this collar thing that's supposed to scare off birds, and it looks like a scrunchie, but in a Queen Anne style. So it's around his neck, and it's a male cat, but it's like a bright red, orange, green type doodad. He looks like a clown. He's hilarious. But Anyway, one day I was in my room with the door closed, and so I hear the cats just going crazy out there, stuff falling around everywhere. And, I'm like, ah, what is this? It's middle of the night. I get up and I open the door and I look down the hallway. And at the end of the hall, that cat with the weird collar is just like sitting there. And all my cats are freaked out because, there's a new cat in the house. And anyway, it was funny. And then he just ran. He ran like hell to get out of there. He was not having it. I was Mr. Potter's garden as far as he was concerned. Yeah, it was funny, Joanna. I like that. I saw. Do you guys ever watch those Dollar Tree, um, like people making crafts out of Dollar Tree stuff and buying Dollar Tree hauls and all this crap? You ever watch that? Because I have been to the Dollar Tree, and I don't know if it's the same Dollar Tree, but I'm assuming that it's the same Dollar Tree. Anyway, you go in there and they don't have the stuff, or it's just like complete junk. You live for those, Funketeer. I do too, but I can't ever find anything. I mean, there must be $15 trees within like 30 minutes of me, and I can't find one thing that I would use out of those stores. Like, they never have it. They're always out. I know, $5 stuff, stop. I mean, it's kind of cool, but yeah, Christmas is cool too. Like, but I saw one where they did this cauldron, and it's really cute because they put something in it, um, like a little weird light, like a purple light, and then they use like mesh, and it looks like, like sticking out of the pot, and it looks like it's, you know, like on fire or mystical or whatever. It's really cute. But me, no. Hey, I understand, Kat. There's a dude like that at my local grocery store. Protest at your Dollar Tree when they raise the price up 25 cents. Yeah, it's kind of like that Cracker Barrel thing where they started serving, what is it? Not vegan, but vegetarian, like Beyond Sausage or whatever. And people, if you've ever seen like threads about Cracker Barrel on Facebook, it is too much. The people were going nuts. They were just completely incensed that they would serve this stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not going to eat the Beyond Sausage. You can count me out. But I don't, there's a lot of things on the Cracker Barrel menu that I wouldn't eat. Um, and I don't complain about it being on the menu. What generation am I? Gen X, babe. I'm a Gen Xer. Solid. Great for cleaning supplies. Well, you can save money by not cleaning, Dave. Just don't clean. Just asking because of the Cracker Barrel fiasco. Yeah. We don't need no commie meat. Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of thing that people are worried about. Easily triggered. Yeah, no one's gonna force you to be a vegetarian. I've known plenty of vegetarians who never said a word about me eating my steak. You know, my daughter was vegetarian for a while. For a while, she was even vegan, and that was horrific, guys. Trying to find something that is vegan. I think that basically boils down to carrots or celery. I don't know how they eat because you can't have like dairy or anything. Steak, I love steak. You had your first steak ever at a restaurant? You've had steak at home, right? I hope. Happy herbivore right here. That's awesome, Denise. but I don't think I could make it because of cheese. Cheese. Cheese is a problem. Like, I could do without milk, probably. Not really, but I love eggs too, guys. I love meat. Forget it. I love meat. Sorry. If that hurts anybody, I'm sorry. I do feel bad about it if that helps. Only offer your opinions if they ask. Yeah. Yeah, I live in a constant state of guilt about the fact that I eat meat, but I eat it anyway. I cry when I see those chicken trucks. As a kid, your family would make steak taste forever, so you didn't. Yeah, you gotta have it medium rare. Cheese is a problem. Yes, I mean, first of all, if you live in Wisconsin, you have to have it. Chicken trucks are the worst. Chris, how are you doing? I love cheese curds, guys. When we used to go to Wisconsin, we'd stop at this place called the Mars Cheese Factory, and it was heaven. Pure heaven, guys. I loved it. And then we go to the Jelly Bean Factory and get the belly flops, and you get like a 5 pound bag for like $5. And everybody knows those bags are $10 a pound or something. Everyone, welcome, Chris. Chris, we have to see each other. Me and you and Mindy. It's been a long time. And Laramie has not moved yet, but he should move to North Carolina. Opening Culver's in Texas. We have Culver's here in North Carolina now, which, like, when they first got here, I was like, yes, cheese curds. But I'm really tired of it now, and I don't go. Just like any other fast food, I'm like, oh. Yeah, I love, I love chicken wings too. What are you gonna do? I mean, I feel a little bit bad, but what's gonna happen is this fire is gonna get started in the middle of the night, and I'm not gonna be out here. But it's in a bowl, so it should be fine. Chris, are all the same people in your lives? Everybody do love Chris about t-shirts. I highly recommend him. Which, Chris, I bought some t-shirts today. But it's too cold to wear t-shirts now, so I also bought some sweatshirts. Does Chris make t-shirts? Do I make t-shirts? Who make t-shirts? As far as I know, nobody. I used to make them with my Cricut, and I still have a Christmas t-shirt that says Jolly AF. That's kind of funny. I like it. Somebody thought it said Holly though, so I don't think I did it right. It was like a cursive J and the font looks like an H. That is so nice, Turbo. So you could just like make any t-shirt. I mean, could you use it personally or no? I did, Laramie. Amazing Crafts and Gardens. I don't know about that. Oddity Expos. I love the Oddity Expo, but no, I mean, I would go with Jacob to stuff like that, so I don't really like seek it out, although I did enjoy it. I really like Vintage Market and that like travels around like Oddities. But Oddities Expo was a lot of fun. Hey, Eileen. You almost missed this. Oh no, you didn't get a notification? Dang it. Mm. It's not something I could do as a business. And you definitely cannot make money off making Cricut t shirts because you have to buy the t shirt at a retail price and then you have to buy the stuff at a retail price and then you have to take your time. It takes a long time. And then, you know, bleh. You didn't get a notification either? What? Gosh, people. I'm really sorry. I don't know what happened. Did anybody else not get a notification? You did. Huh. I feel like YouTube just randomly does whatever. They don't care. I really like TikTok and I want to start doing lives on TikTok, but I don't have enough subscribers yet there. Well, the X's Oddity collection is super big too. I'm sure that you guys who follow him have seen the basement, um, or the bunker as he calls it. I've got 10% left, y'all. I'm gonna have to get off of here and say goodnight to everybody. I am too, Laramie, too far. I gotta get off my rear and do stuff. For one thing, if you don't post stuff all the time and you're not consistent, then people don't, they give up. I mean, not y'all, because y'all are awesome. But usually, you know, you lose subscribers, you lose all that, so. Good night, everybody. I love you all. I'll see you next time, okay? And we will, I don't know when that'll be. Every time I say it's going to be a certain time, then it never is. So I'm glad you came, Funketeer. Thank you. Good night, Eileen. I'm sorry that you missed it. Good night, Michelle. Good night, Dave. Good night, Chris. Good night, Joanna. Good night, Turbo. I feel like I'm on the Waltons right now. And Denise. And Laramie. Good night, everybody. I love you all. I'll see you next time.